Aries, hi. I'm going to do a general love reading today. As it's a general reading, it may not resonate for everyone, but if it does resonate for you, then I will be doing an extended, and the information for that is in the box below. Also, right now, I'm still taking personal readings, and so if you want a personal reading, the information for that is also in the box below. Okay, Aries, let's get started here. So I'm using the Llewellyn deck, as you can see, and I'm going to be doing a Celtic cross layout for this part of the reading. And just to let you know that the kings and queens and the male-female cards in the deck are referred to the divine masculine and feminine energies that are in all of us, and they're not gender specific. Okay. Right. Okay, now being a general love reading, it's not always referring to romance, and it's more of a, this one looks more like a general reading around your, because what's guiding you now is the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, which is leading you now, this is leading you to a new life path for you. And I can kind of see it here because there's some, I don't know how much you can see here, but there's some pretty interesting cards showing up. Anyway, let's take a look at this. So over you right now, in a position of an energy that is impacting you, we have the moon. And this is revealing, now this is just an energy, so you may sense some kind of connection to the moon in the next while. And I know it's a very powerful moon because we're moving into, an Aryan full moon, and this is an Aries reading. I think it's on the 26th or something. I can't remember. You can look that up. But it's a very powerful time and planets are lining up. So Aries is very strong right now in astrology. So what I see here is the moon illuminating some unknown, some illusion, just kind of revealing that so that you can kind of find it, because it looks to me like it's a moving into a new time and a coming to terms and letting go of some old stuff. And that's what I see down here, the Knight of Cups. And I think that's why this is important, to be in touch with things that may be hidden, and also to be letting go of some things that don't fit anymore. Because the Knight of Cups is showing up, and I'm just going to draw a card on that, which is the Ace of Cups to clarify, which means that this is a new beginning. And Ace of Cups is like from the universe telling you, kind of bringing to you more heart-centered overflow. And I'm seeing this trend a lot right now, which is kind of cool. Where people are kind of moving more into their heart center now, and more into, spirituality and love and those kinds of values. So that's what I see here at your base, is an opportunity for you to, your heart is kind of overflowing, or will be, and that's at the base here. I've got the Strength card showing up in your immediate past, and I think that's because you've been preparing for this. It's like, an opportunity, and I kind of call the period that you're coming out of a bit akin to a hibernation, where you were able to pull back from life and its demands and stuff, and just kind of have a chance to go inside and meditate inside yourself, and do some meditation, some rest. And as you know, with the pandemic, I'm not surprised that I'm getting these kind of cards coming up, because we are coming to an ending of it and moving back into to the results of it, and how it affected us, and how things are changed and putting us on a different path. So that's what I see in your immediate past, starting to come out of that, and having gained some strength in terms of overcoming some of your fears and stuff, so that you can open your heart and move more into this. You have the King of Wands on you and the Page of Pentacles. So once again, you've got some a Knight and a Page at work here. So this is all about new opportunities, new things coming your way, offering a time to shift into another kind of paradigm with your next path coming up. So the Page of Pentacles is kind of an opportunity for you And then you've got the King of Wands here. So I think that the King of Wands to me is somebody else in your life. This is not a male or a female, but it's somebody who is already on their path, and they may be in some way connected to you, obviously, because they're on you. So I don't know whether it's a friend or a partner or a sibling, parent, something like that. And there's an opportunity coming from them to share some ideas. Now, this is only ideas. This isn't like moving you on your path yet, but that's where this is all heading. So they're going to share something with you that way. Yeah. And then you've got the Star, which I clarified with that, and the Knight of Swords. So a lot of movement coming out of this. So it's kind of like pay attention, because somebody is going to share something of value to you. It could be, it isn't necessarily heart related, although indirectly it could be. But it feels to me like more it's higher knowledge around, maybe career, maybe investment for money, if that's, where you're coming from, or something like that anyway. And then you've got the Star over that. So kind of being guided more by intuition and by the universe, as well as it has a healing effect on you too, because it is the same as the moon, where the universe is lighting up as signs and signals for you to follow. And then I see the Knight of Swords. So at the end of this, I do see movement happening rather quickly, and that's already on you, so it's coming up. You got the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Swords in the past. In the near future, and the Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So it looks to me like you're going through some processes of letting go to regain that sense of equilibrium and that sense of balance in your life. And I think that's where the focus has been here for you during that kind of hibernation period. So with the Eight of Cups, it's kind of like you're already getting the feeling, because remember I said the moon is opening up and showing you things that maybe have been hidden in the past. Well, I think it's guiding you towards leaving behind and moving into somewhere that you're beginning to explore, and maybe thinking about, and already kind of feeling the pull towards there. So I see with this movement with the Knight of Swords on you now. You've got the Ten of Swords also in the near future, which is about, you've come out of it's been a pretty harsh year for you. I can see that. Things didn't work out. Things that you trusted and counted on somehow fell through, or maybe even there was a bit of betrayal going on. And I still see you dealing with some of this even as we are moving along. Anxiety that was caused by it. Trying to understand, some of what went on there, so that you can kind of get through it and move into a place where you're more open for this new path opening up. Okay, so this is very process oriented, and inevitably whatever happened threw you off balance, and now it's about taking the time as you're coming out of this slumber and taking the time to regain your balance by sort of sorting through some of this. It's got the Nine of Swords here too, so I see you doing a lot of intense thinking and analyzing, looking at your past, looking at what happened, and then trying to understand that you're moving through it and you will get to some other place. And I can see that in the outcome card here. You have the Queen of Pentacles in your subconscious. So I think you're beginning to get, now this isn't happening yet because this is subconscious, but I think and this isn't male or female, by the way, but I think you're beginning to get the idea that in order to move ahead, you have to sort of be careful in terms of who you get involved with, maybe emotionally, maybe romantically, because you do have the Ace of Cups here and the Knight of Cups, so something new is going to be coming. And I think what you figured, in the subconscious, you've got like, okay, I kind of get it. I have to be with somebody who is already feeling strong and stable themselves and who has the same values as I do. And this is coming up for the spring and the summer for you and it's in your subconscious now, but I can kind of see it culminating and manifesting in the spring and summer, which is why I see, a lot of clarity going. I mean, a lot of making room for clarity to come, including the moon, but you also got the tower up there. Then you've got the universe in your environment, and so this is a new cycle. So there's definitely been an ending of an old cycle, as you may have felt when you're coming out of this kind of, like I say, kind of cold, wintry place of doing a lot of, it's been a tough time for you. I can see that. So yeah, the universe is opening up a new world for you around you, and it's also ending the cycle of the past. And along with that, you've taken the time and will continue, doing your own kind of inner work and figuring out so that you can light the way to the next path. So kind of figuring out what your values are and going forward from here, what do you really hold close to you? So, because that's where a lot of the betrayal came, because I think you kind of were unsure until something hurt you. And now what it's saying is you will, you want to bring people in that aren't going to do that again. And in order to do that, because of the end of the cycle here and the new one, it's a new opportunity for you. So you're taking your time to kind of get in touch with you and who, what's important inside you, so that you can light the way to this new path, as I say, that's guiding you now. You've got the Three of Cups in a position of your hopes and dreams, and you've got the Four of Wands, which I clarified for that, and the Six of Cups. So you're ready for, and I think that's why you're figuring out this thing about your values and, drawing people into your life that have the same values, because I think at this point you want that calmness that you're heading towards with the Six of Swords, and you want to, you kind of want a place that you can kind of be, permanently in a way, or at least for the rest, of this cycle, or even the rest of your life, and feeling like you're with people who, are a much lighter energy, not so heavy and dark as where you're coming out of. And maybe even a soulmate kind of situation, where you feel connected at that level, and where you can feel like you can commit here because you feel happy. That's what you want to commit to. You want solidity and joy and connection here. In the outcome, we've got the Tower, so still some work that's going to continue to get you. This is only in position of what you want, as I said. So some work. And when I do the extended reading, if this does resonate for you, I'm going to take a look at where this Tower is leading you, and in terms of your hopes and dreams, what that actually looks like as this cycle is coming to an end, and who you may be drawing into your life, because your subconscious is now changing, and therefore the laws of attraction will be at work here, as they were in the past. But maybe at that point, like I said, you weren't all that clear who you were, so what you drew in wasn't clear either. And this goes back a long ways, this Ten of Swords. All right, I'm just going to draw an oracle from the Wisdom of Avalon and see. So we've got wealth here. And that's what I see you figuring out here, is figuring out, remember I said joy, commitment, happiness, connection. And I think for you, to be coming out of this and, regaining your kind of balance and your equilibrium and moving into the next cycle, it is about being in abundance, and whatever that looks like. Because as I say, I saw even financial here with this Page of Pentacles, an opportunity for you to even look at that coming from a different place. And I do see, the Knight of Swords, so I see movement happening here. Okay, so I hope that helps. And as I say, I'll be doing the extended to expand upon this if it resonates for you. All right, Aries, I'll see you next week.